Good evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader. Today is Tuesday, February the 7th, 2023. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, a Manchester man is sentenced to 30 years for the murder of his ex-wife. The Tullahoma Sports Council held its Hall of Fame dinner on Saturday, and the Handle with Care program comes to schools throughout Coffee County. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader. The Duck River Watershed Society wants to invite you to our second annual spring cleanup on Saturday, March 4th at the Fire Lake Public Use and Boat Ramp. We are a nonprofit organization that focuses on ensuring the Duck River Watershed continues to benefit those who live, work, and recreate on it. We need volunteers to help with cleaning up parts of Normandy Lake down to the winter water drawdown line. Sign up at our website, duckriverwatershedsociety.com, and help do your part.
Hi, my name is Ringo, here at Barkview Senior Living. They're human-friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Barkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Welcome back. James Richard McCoy of Manchester has been sentenced to 30 years in the Tennessee Department of Corrections for the September 2018 murder of his ex-wife Lisa McCoy. On Monday, McCoy pled guilty to second-degree murder, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence. He was 54 years old at the time of the murder and is 58 years old now. He has been in jail since his arrest in September of 2018. Coffee County District Attorney Craig Northcott said in a released statement, quote, "This sentence is not nearly enough to be proportionate to the horrendous acts committed by Mr. McCoy. However, they are sufficient to ensure that he spends the rest of his life in custody," end quote. On September 8, 2018, McCoy and his ex-wife, Lisa McCoy, were at a concert at Beans Creek Winery. According to Northcott, McCoy was behaving unusually and possessive. Lisa was visibly frightened, and her friends were scared for her safety. She told her friends that Mr. McCoy was going to kill her. However, she decided to return home with Mr. McCoy. Upon returning home, Mr. McCoy shot Lisa in the head and neck no less than 12 times while their son was in the home. According to Northcott, Mr. McCoy then proceeded to attempt to cover up his crime by scrubbing the scene thoroughly, gathering shell casings, and dismembering her body and placing the remains in the trunk of her car. Mr. McCoy was taken into custody on the morning of September 9th and has remained in custody since that time. Northcott added, quote, "Lisa was a wonderful lady, a caring and devoted mother, a great sister, and a friend to all who knew her. Her family is in complete support of this resolution so that they can have closure without having to expose Lisa's son to the evidence that would have been presented at trial, as well as save themselves from the same trauma. They have offered Mr. McCoy far more grace and mercy than he ever deserved. They are hopeful to use this horrible tragedy as a springboard for educating others about the dangers of domestic violence. Please pray for Lisa's family as they continue to deal with this loss," end quote. During their 13-year relationship, Northcott said that Mr. McCoy physically, verbally, and emotionally abused Lisa, who kept returning to the relationship for the benefit of their son, Northcott stated. They had been married and divorced twice. Mr. McCoy made multiple threats to kill Lisa. In fact, between their two marriages and after their second divorce, Mr. McCoy confronted and physically assaulted men that Lisa was dating and even threatened one man with a gun. According to Northcott, in the weeks before Lisa's murder, she agreed to attempt another reconciliation. Just days before he murdered Lisa, Mr. McCoy again threatened to shoot Lisa in the head if she left him again. Lisa made it known to everyone that she intended to leave Mr. McCoy and that their attempted reconciliation was a horrible idea. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, please reach out to the Domestic Violence Hotline by calling 800-799-7233 or texting the word START to 88788. And after these messages, we'll be right back.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is vaping? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes. Look at that. You didn't even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you got to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
I feel like we're safe at Parkview.
There's somebody on staff all the time. So if you need help, help is there.
We are surrounded with people that are looking after us and taking care of us.
The staff is wonderful and always available. We feel so safe and secure here.
I feel safe at Parkview all the time.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Sports Council Hall of Fame held its annual award ceremony Saturday night at D.W. Wilson. In this clip, the voice of Tullahoma High School football, Scott Chasteen, kicks off the program with Mayor Ray Noaes, along with interim Tullahoma Parks and Rec Director Lyle Russell.
Welcome to the 2023 Tullahoma Sports Council Hall of Fame induction ceremony and awards banquet. But I want to welcome, for opening remarks, the Mayor of Tullahoma, Mr. Ray Noaes.
Congratulations tonight to all the honorees. You've had a major role in making Tullahoma a sports-minded community. But now, as our MC alluded, I want to take a personal note tonight, and I'm especially thankful for the opportunity just to be here tonight. Those of you who are here tonight who attended last year's banquet understand that why this would be a special night for me. So to each of the healthcare professionals who came to my aid last year, I just want to say that Ann and I are truly, truly thankful for saving my life. How else could I say it? Thank you. Thank you for the honor. Just thank you for the honor of being your mayor. Thank you and have a great evening.
Interim Parks and Recreation Director Lyle Russell.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you, Mayor Noaes. I appreciate that. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to D.W. Wilson Community Center. It's strange to see this room from this point of view because I usually see it from the kitchen since 2019, so it's nice to be up here on the stage and actually see everybody's faces and get to enjoy this event along with you. It's hard to believe that this room here is a basketball gym 363 other days out of the year, but for the last 2 days, it has become the stage that you see now, and it's absolutely incredible. And many of you probably grew up in this gym or at least spent part of your childhoods in here playing, pick-up basketball on the weekends with your friends, or church league ball, or volleyball tournaments, dodgeball tournaments, fitness classes. You've been in this gym at some point. And every time I run into somebody in town and they say, oh, you work at D.W. Wilson? Oh, well, I have a story about that gym. So it seems like everyone in this town has a story about this gym. And, I think that's one of the neatest things about being up here tonight is to be able to add to the stories that this gym is going to be able to tell going into the future, honoring our inductees. So the Tullahoma Parks Department has enjoyed a tremendous working relationship with the Tullahoma Sports Council since its inception. We've helped each other, we've co-ran events together. starting all the way back in 2017 when it was formed. And we have worked really, really well together. And I think this event is a testament to that, to how well we've worked together, because without the Sports Council and the Rec Department working together, we wouldn't be here to enjoy the Hall of Fame banquet. So that alone is a tremendous thing. Two projects that we're working on right now I'd like to tell you about that we are particularly proud of. This year we decided in the Rec Department to take on the mantle of starting up a new Tullahoma Girls Softball League. And many of you have worked on boards or have been coaches or volunteers for any one of our sports leagues out there. And you probably know how hard it is to start something from near scratch. And when we brought up what we were trying to do, the Sports Council got with us and said, well, hey, what can we do to help? What do you need? And so I'm very proud to let you know that the Sports Council has agreed to purchase over $7,000 worth of girls softball equipment to ensure that every girl who wants to sign up and play has the gear, and there's no reason that they can't. So we're very grateful for that. Thank you. That's enough gear to outfit 16 teams. So that we've got gear now that will last us well into the future of that program. We're very excited about that. One of the other projects that we're working on right now that we're also very excited about is one of our goals that aligns with the Sports Councils is to bring more tournament play to Tullahoma. And we have our softball fields that we have not been able to utilize for much else other than softball, and we've negotiated with them about this too. And they have also agreed to purchase 2 portable pitcher's mounds that will allow us to convert those fields to meet other field requirements and appeal to some of those tournament organizers. So we are very grateful for that too. However, our relationship is not always about money. The Tullahoma Sports Council, along with several local businesses, just this past fall, helped us put on an amazing event called Tullahoma Wildcat and Friends, or Wildcats and Friends, where we had on a very, very cold November Saturday, over 120 baseball youth. These were young kids, some of them as young as 6 or 7 years old, came out in 30-degree temperatures to learn tips, tricks, drills from 9 former and current Major League Baseball players. And Tullahoma was the envy of the athletic recreation department world for being able to put together an event like that. And we couldn't have done it without the Sports Council, as well as several other local folks helped to do that. A couple of those players are here with us tonight, so we still get a lot of comments about that event. It was a neat thing to see what the power of a very good community partnership can do. So finally, what will the rest of 2023 and beyond look like for us? Well, the Rec Department and the Sports Council are looking at some future opportunities for a grant possibly that we can co-write this fall that would bring much needed improvements and great things to our parks already that are sports related. And the nice thing about that is that when we start to do those things, it starts to build that legacy. And I think Tullahoma already has a tremendous legacy, both on and off the athletic field, for the things that we can do here. So on behalf of Tullahoma Parks and Recreation and for the Sports Council, which I'm sure you'll hear from later, I would like to congratulate our 2023 nominees, also our 2022 nominees for the Hall of Fame that are here with us this year. And there's a lot of local sports history in this room tonight. So I hope that you're going to enjoy the show that's set before you, and I'm glad that I am out here on this side of the room this time to see it. So have a wonderful evening, everybody, and thank you.
Next, we have a clip of recognition for Dub Cooper with his sons accepting the award.
First, we would like to welcome Mike and Dirk Cooper, who will speak on behalf of their father, W.C. Dub Cooper.
I'm Mike, this is Dirk. I'm 6 minutes younger, so therefore he gets the opportunity to speak to you, the elder. John Olive, you know what a fumble is? I'm getting ready to do one. So, Dad was real fond of Tullahoma, and the support of the town is what made it happen. And I think anybody that does sports in Tullahoma over a coach will tell you it's the town that pulls in. I remember sitting on the square selling football tickets. I mean, that was a big deal. So I think the first thing he would do is he would compliment the town for supporting him, his football teams, basketball, and as being a principal. He loved his boys and his girls that played for him. I thought they were perfect people because I never heard a bad thing ever said about any of his players. He always used them for anything that had been done at the house. It was not call somebody to come fix something. It was to call one of the boys or one of the girls. And that's how he was. He just loved them. For his players and teachers, I'm going to tell you something that he probably never told you. And it's kind of a secret. But he's gone now, so I'm not going to get in trouble. When he was in high school, he was all South Conference, United States. And the team got together, and they used to in their high school, this is in Knoxville, they could graduate in the normal time like everybody else does, or you could graduate in the winter, in December. Well, his team was very highly ranked, very good team. And the football players all got together. Now, I don't suggest anybody do this, if there's anybody young out there. But they all got together and decided they're going to flunk their senior year. And if they could flunk, they could play one more year of football. So he said he decided he was going to flunk English. That's what he was going to do. And there was a group of them. I mean, I'm talking about 10 or 12 good players. Well, when he got his report card, they gave him a D. And he got mad. So he had to go to the teacher and beg that teacher for an F. And he got the F, and he got to play one more year in high school. So I know he wouldn't tell anybody that because as a principal and a teacher, that's not really what you want everybody to know. But he did do that. In conclusion, I'd just like to say he was very proud of his players, his teachers, and I think he'd be very proud to see what's going on here because this is really amazing. Thank you.
We'll be right back with more news after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future in a world that's changing fast. Do play and laugh. Do win and lose. Do it all with confidence, kindness, and strength. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life, what matters to me is that you keep doing.
Welcome back. Well, tax time is here and the IRS wants you to file electronically. In this video, they explain how you can do it for free.
Most people can prepare and file their federal tax return electronically for free if their income is below a certain amount. That's right, free. No cost, zero. Go to irs.gov/freefile. See if you qualify to use free tax software and let IRS Free File do the hard work for you. IRS Free File guides you in preparing and filing your federal income tax return online using free software. It's easy. In fact, you can use Free File from your home computer. If you have a higher income and don't qualify for Free File, you have the option of using Free File fillable forms online instead. Remember that Free File fillable forms offers no tax preparation guidance and only has limited calculations. Both ways are safe and completely free for federal returns. Get started at irs.gov/freefile. There are two ways to select a Free File service that works for you. You can click the link to the Browse All Offers page or click the link for the online lookup tool. Once you enter your information, you'll get a list of software options. When you click your desired IRS Free File provider, you'll leave the IRS website and get redirected to the software provider's website. To prepare and file your return for free, remember you must create an account at the IRS Free File provider's website after you access it only from irs.gov. Remember, you must access the provider from irs.gov, not by going directly to that same provider's website. To get started, visit irs.gov/freefile.
We'll be right back with more News Leader after these messages.
While it may only sound like snoring, sleep apnea is a serious and even life-threatening condition. But it can be successfully treated. Consult with an oral and facial surgeon as part of a sleep medicine team to find out if your snoring is more than just snoring. Oral and facial surgeons are the experts in face, mouth, and jaw surgery. Learn more about obstructive sleep apnea at myoms.org.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me at Life Care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Later this month, Coffee County, Manchester, and Tullahoma City Schools will begin its new partnership with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, Coffee County Sheriff's Department, Tullahoma Police, and Manchester Police Departments in the Handle with Care program. Tullahoma Police Chief Jason Williams is very excited to work with so many great community partners and see the long-term positive effects of the Handle with Care program. Handle with Care was initiated in West Virginia in 2013. In Tennessee, school districts, along with law enforcement and other first responder agencies, have promoted the program statewide with the support of Governor Bill Lee and legislators. This agreement allows law enforcement partners to communicate with school and district officials when a child has been identified at the scene of a traumatic event. Police officers are trained to identify children and find out where they go to school to ensure a confidential email gets to the school or district designee, reminding staff to handle the student with care. Tullahoma City Schools Director of Schools, Dr. Catherine Stevens, said, quote, "The most important thing is to ensure that all our students feel safe inside our schools. We also want to make sure that positive learning experiences continue for all students across the district. Handle with Care will aid in this process, and I look forward to working closely with our tremendous law enforcement partners on this new collaboration," end quote. This notification serves several purposes for school and district officials. When the message is received, school or district administrators will observe the student more closely and watch for signs of traumatic stress. If additional support is needed, school or district officials will aid in that process, which can include referring the child to a school counselor or social worker if their behavior seems out of the ordinary. Coffee County Sheriff Chad Parton hopes this notification system can streamline communication between law enforcement and school-related personnel as we work to better support and assist with our children's needs. Coffee County School Superintendent Dr. Charles Lawson added, quote, "Coffee County Schools look forward to extending our partnership with local law enforcement to better serve the needs of our students who are experiencing difficulties. Handle with Care is a wonderful opportunity to be sure that a student who may be struggling with a situation at home is getting additional support at school," end quote. Staff and district officials will utilize trauma-sensitive strategies when interacting with the student without drawing attention to them or treating them differently. During these interactions, school or district officials will not ask about the incident or press the student for additional information. According to a recent nationwide survey, more than 60% of students have been exposed to violence, crime, or abuse. This exposure has proven to undermine a child's ability to focus, behave appropriately, and learn. The Handle with Care initiative aims to prevent children's exposure to trauma and violence, mitigate the adverse effects experienced by children's exposure to trauma, and increase knowledge and awareness of this issue. Handle with Care programs promote safe and supportive homes, schools, and communities that protect children and help traumatized children heal and thrive. Handle with Care supports school community partnerships to ensure that children exposed to trauma in their home, school, or community receive appropriate interventions. Pictured are front row from left, Tullahoma Police Department Chief Jason Williams, Manchester Police Department Chief Bill Sipe, Coffee County Sheriff Chad Parton. Middle row, Tullahoma City Schools Director of Schools, Dr. Katrine Stevens, Manchester City Schools Superintendent, Dr. Joey Vaughn, and Coffee County Schools Superintendent, Dr. Charles Lawson. And in the back row is Tullahoma Police Department Lieutenant Jason Farrell. And don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. On this week's show, we'll have Jackie Duncan, Tullahoma Police Chief Jason Williams, and Cap Murray. All that and more on this week's Living. And stay with us, we'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
There's a lot of talk about the risks associated with the COVID-19 vaccine, but the reality is, it's safer than going for a run. Give it a shot. Find a free appointment today at covid19.tn.gov.
The Duck River Watershed Society wants to invite you to our second annual spring cleanup on Saturday, March 4th at the Fire Lake Public Use and Boat Ramp. We are a nonprofit organization that focuses on ensuring the Duck River Watershed continues to benefit those who live, work, and recreate on it. We need volunteers to help with cleaning up parts of Normandy Lake down to the winter water drawdown line. Sign up at our website, duckriverwatershedsociety.com, and help do your part. Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 2019 at 75 degrees. Record low was in 1966 at 1 degree. Average high for this day is 51, and the average low is 30. Cloudy for tonight with a low of 50. 40% chance of rain for Wednesday with a high of 66 and a low of 55. And chance of rain for Thursday, a high of 65 and a low of 40. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader. Stay safe and have a great evening.